Good to know.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Good to know.
We all use and benefit from technology because it makes life easier, more fun, and better. Technology can also make our lives more complicated as well. Sex is something that we need to know about, but we might not want to talk about. We believe our ministry is a safe place to talk about important things like sex so that you have a good, healthy view of sex. It's normal to be curious about it, but sometimes that curiosity leads us to using technology to find the answers to our questions. We don't have to look far to find sexual content online. We all know that Twitter, TikTok, Instagram are easy accesses to that. Sometimes we look online for sexual content, and other times it finds us without our consent. Consent means we've agreed to do something or allow something to happen. Sex can show up in our lives through technology in the form of pornography, and it can expose us to sex in ways that we're not prepared for. Pornography is any picture, video, or written material that shows or describes sex, sexual acts, or naked bodies in ways that are meant for sexual enjoyment. Sometimes we hide behind our technological devices because we feel like we can do, say, or act in ways that we wouldn't in our everyday lives. Maybe you know people that bully people from fake accounts online. Behind a screen, it can feel like the things we do aren't real life and don't have real consequences. But what happens on screen is part of your life, and who you are on screen is part of the real you. Technology can impact your real life in real ways, especially when it comes to sex. Technology can make us feel comfortable doing things that we wouldn't normally do. So what do we do? Well, there's this guy named Paul, and he was a famous, influential Christian who started many of the first churches and helped develop leaders to spread the news of Jesus around the world. Paul wrote a letter to the Corinthians that gives us wisdom about following God's plan for sex. Run from sexual sin. No other sin so clearly affects the body as this one does, for sexual immorality is a sin against your own body. Paul didn't say run from sex. Instead, he said run from sexual sin. Sex is good because God made it good, so we don't need to run from sex. But when sex exists outside of God's plan, it can become unhealthy and bring a lot of hurt to our lives and to others. Technology can be dangerous because it allows us to talk about, get noticed for, or try sexual things without actually having sex. It can make it feel like it's not a big deal, even though it is. Technology is good and it's powerful. Technology can help us connect, learn, and make our lives easier, but it also has the potential to have a powerful impact on our lives when it comes to sex. What we do online can affect our sexual integrity, which is how we respond to sexual desires in a way that honors ourselves, others, and God. If you've been exposed to sexual content without your consent, it's not your fault and it doesn't change the way that God sees you. Talk to an adult that you trust about what you've experienced so that they can help you navigate through that. We want to help you run from things online that aren't healthy or good for you so that you can choose God's best for you in your life. To navigate the digital world with sexual integrity, ask yourself 3 things. Ask yourself why. Why are you going to post, comment, watch, look, or send something? If the answer doesn't honor yourself, those around you, or God, reconsider your actions. Ask yourself, is it a secret? If you don't want other people to see what you're doing, saying, or posting online, you should choose not to do it. And third, ask for help when you're struggling with choosing sexual integrity online. Talk to someone you trust, like a parent, a friend, or a leader. Technology can bring a lot of good things, but it can also cause us harm because technology is good and because it's powerful. Please talk with a trusted adult about choosing sexual integrity and what that looks like when it comes to technology. How you might be using technology is a way that isn't good for you.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Good to know.